think the challenges hopefully coming out of this pandemic and COVID, and I hate this terminology, but I guess it's pretty descriptive, is what is the new normal, right? What does this look like as we go forward? How are we going to serve customers? How are we going to handle our employees? How are we going to make loans, open deposits? What does that look like in this new environment? Challenges over the next 12 months we're all going to face. And one of the things that's such a big challenge for all banks right now is at this moment in time is when you look, most things are going pretty well. And credit quality still seems to be okay. There's lots of deposits. Delinquency is very low. People are still borrowing. But as bankers, we always, it's take that information, but it just feels like there's another shoe to drop. And we like to take data and look at where that's going to lead us. And that's probably the biggest challenge right now, is I don't think the data is helping us. So part of it's going to be that we rely on our knowledge that we've built up over time, working in this industry, but being ready to react when it does in fact kind of pop, and we know we got to make some changes there. The cool thing is that we can talk to each other, right? So as I've said, we compete at times on loans, deposits, investments. We don't compete about how to keep our employees and customers safe. So I know I can pick up the phone and call any community banker in our state and ask, hey, how are you handling this situation? When are you opening your branches up? Are you doing, when you have an employee who's been exposed, how are you handling that? So I think those are going to be the big challenges. All the stuff that's really non-banking related, we got to figure out how to handle. The banking stuff's going to have its own challenges, as I said, with, in addition to everything else I mentioned, low interest rates. Rates are going to stay low. So we've all got to learn how to live in this compressed NIM environment and still be profitable and take care of our employees and our shareholders. So those are going to be the challenges we face. I think the biggest thing I want to make sure in my time in this role is that our voice is heard nationally and locally. Going back to, I wasn't always a community banker. I started as a community banker, ended up working at a large bank because of the bunch of mergers. And what that big bank had as far as their goals nationally and locally didn't matter to me, to be honest, even though I was an officer of the bank. Now they do, and I know that if we don't have a voice, if we're not unified in telling DC and Lansing and our local civic leaders what is important to community banking, someone else is out there saying it. And if we don't make sure we're together, if we don't donate to our PACs, if we don't put our money and time behind it, our voice isn't going to be heard. So I think that's a big thing I want to make sure, is that people understand, and that as much as I have the ability, I can be that voice for the CBM, at least for the next year,